I actually embrace the upside of J.J. McCarthy. Phil, I don't need you deriding my guy, but explain to me the skinny on him.
I would never deride him. I would tell you this. This guy's a winner. He won at the high school level, he won at the prep level, and now he's won a national championship at Michigan. He is an athlete. He was one of the better testers we've seen in terms of his agility timing at the combine this year, and I think that shows up on tape with some of the movement that you see when he's on the field. Is thought to have a strong arm, not the strongest arm in the class, but strong enough. Brian, what do you think of him?
Yeah, I think all the things you mentioned are great traits. You can't take anything away from J.J. McCarthy because he plays on a great team. He has a great offensive line. That's nothing. That's not his fault. If anything, it's to his benefit.
Here's the first throw for J.J. A laser. This is a short throw, guys, but I love this because this shows the arm strength.
We talk about fundamentals, but to me, what this shows here is he knows what the blitz is, he knows what the coverage is. And so much to me about, you get into the fundamentals talk, you get into, completion percentage, all those things. A lot of the times, it's more about knowing where to go with the football than how you deliver it. So here, he sees the guy blitz, he's replacing him with a guy who's probably got some kind of option route, and he sees the motion, and they're kind of pointing. He knows this guy's out of place a little bit. All you're waiting is for that linebacker to blitz to know the middle's wide open.
All right.
One of the things that teams, Tom, have said to me about J.J. McCarthy is that this guy knows ball. And so even though they didn't ask him to throw it a ton at Michigan because they had such a great team, he's been great on the board. He's interviewed really well. Plays like this one are examples of that he knows what he's looking at.
This is almost a 60-yard throw. Watch, he's at his 45. Now he's at his 40. He steps up. He throws it to the end zone. That's almost 60 yards. It never gets over 30 feet in the air. His arm is stupid strong.
and one thing that again, I'm not trying to deride your guy, Tom.
Yep.
I will just bring up, there is a thought among personnel people that I've spoken to about some of these quarterbacks is that McCarthy's sort of a one-speed thrower, Brian. What does that mean to you, and do you see that from McCarthy? Because this is a great ball.
Yep.
On some of these deeper throws, you will see him occasionally just airmail somebody who is wide open down the sideline because he doesn't necessarily put the same kind of loft on it that some of these other guys do.
Yeah, this is a ball. I mean, to me, if I was going to put myself in this position and throw the perfect ball, I'd probably throw it with more air and throw it more across the field. He's really driving this, which, like you said, showcases his arm strength. And I think when you really talk about quarterbacks in the NFL, everybody's going to be able to throw it 60 yards in the NFL. I think that's probably the gold standard. 60-yard pass. To me, he actually makes it harder on himself throwing the ball the way. If he just lofts it out there, probably to the numbers with a little more air, lets this guy run underneath it. But he clearly has a strong enough arm to do it because he's even kind of hitching up to his left and then throwing it across his body.
All right, to me, I look at the arm strength, I look at the foot speed, I look at the smarts, and I see high comp, the guy who was taken in 2005. In the 20s, I see Aaron Rodgers. Did Aaron Rodgers throw like this while he was at Cal? Not necessarily, but did he run? Yeah, he did. So to me, high comp, this player, that foot speed, that arm ability, those smarts, you could be looking at an Aaron Rodgers type. Now, low comp, Zach Wilson.
I had for my high comp another guy taken in the same draft, actually taken ahead of Aaron Rodgers, and I would say Alex Smith. For a lot of the same reasons you mentioned. Good athlete, good enough arm, smart guy, doesn't turn it over like Aaron Rodgers, right? That's one of J.J. McCarthy's strengths, Brian. So I like my comp better than Tom's, but what do you think?
And it makes a lot of sense now watching him, thinking Alex Smith played for Jim Harbaugh. They kind of used J.J. the same way, and he did a tremendous job.
All right, I'm going to wrap it up.
Brought to you in part by John's Sewer and Drain Cleaning. The name to know when the drains don't flow.